Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Virjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvadaya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase cha. So we need to resume from PDF file page 49, third line, Gita Press, Mantra 231, page 133 in my book, bottom, close to the bottom. Okay, let's chant from Bhaashyam. Yeshaha samsara vrikshaha ashwathaha. Everybody got it? Yeshaha samsara vrikshaha
एषः संसारवृक्षः
ashwathaha
अश्वत्थः
ashwathavat
अश्वत्थवत्
kama karma vaterita
कामकर्मवातेरित
nitya prachalita swabhavaha
नित्यप्रचलितस्वभावः
swarga naraka
स्वर्गनरक
tiryag pretabhihi
तिर्यक् प्रेतादिभिः
शाखाभिहि
शाखाभिः
अवाक् शाखः.
अवाक् शाखः.
So in your notebook you will have avanchaha shakha yasya saha. That can be there. We are not going to. I cover it briefly, but Gita Press does not say that. So avanchaha.
Avanchaha.
Sorry, it is there in your book, no? Avanchaha and all.
Yes, Guruji. Notebook it is there.
Notebook. Avanchaha shakha
Avanchaha shakha.
yasya saha.
Yasya saha.
So Gita Press, you may have to write that down. Sanatanaha
Sanatanaha.
anaditvat
Anaditvat.
chirapravrittaha.
Chirapravrittaha.
That has to be changed to chiram pravrittaha.
Chiram pravrittaha.
Yeah. So this mantra is introducing to us this samsara vriksha, how it has no beginning and it will likely not have an end. It will not have an end unless the person understands the nature of samsara vriksha and decides to do something about it. Okay, the body will have an end. Body begins, body has an end. Everything in this universe has a beginning and an end, except samsara vriksha. Samsara vriksha does not have a beginning. Does not have a beginning. You can't ask when did When did I start living? When was the first jiva born? This jiva, when was it born? You can't ask, because if you say it was born so many million years ago, then before that, what was there? Before that, jnanam was there. That is why there was no birth. So if jnanam was there, it cannot be followed by ajnanam. Therefore, we cannot. Jiva is anadi. That is what it is. The samsara vriksha, therefore, is anadi as well. But then, Yama had already indicated to us what? Nyayamatma pravachanena labhyaha na medaya na bahuna shrutena. Correct? This Atma can't be figured out by some scholarship, by expertise in some language and all that, including Sanskrit. It won't work. Okay. Na medaya na bahuna shrutena. Yame vaisha vrunute tena labhyaha. Correct? Yame vaisha vrunute tena labhyaha. Yam atmanam yeshaha vrunute. The person who chooses to know the self, all along I've been going after the non-self, and I'm getting better and better at the non-self. But then it's like the snake and ladder game. I keep coming back, it seems. And so only the person who chooses to study about the Atma, know about the Atma, tasya yesha vrinute tanum swam. To that person, Atma reveals itself. This is what Yama had already said. And therefore, this samsara vriksha now makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense because without that, this samsara vriksha has no end. And fortunately, somewhere in between, Shankaracharya says, vrikshaha means vraschanath vrikshaha. This vriksha, even though it is massive, it can be cut. So that's why viveka, vairagyam, etc. Adhikaritvam is there. And he has been giving a lot of, through all these adjectives, he had a visual imagery of this samsara vrikshaha. Yama doesn't say all that. Yama simply says urdha mulaha. Avakshaka itself, we have not come yet. So now we are slowly approaching that. And he's saying, he had already said, Yeshaha samsara vrikshaha ashwathaha. So the first line of the mantra, he had mentioned it. Last time we looked at it. Kama, karma, vaterita, nitya prachalita swabhavaha. So we saw that last time. One or two more adjectives are there. No, I think that's over. Nitya prachalita swabhavaha. By that, and then one more adjective is come. Avakshaka is coming. Let's see that. Okay. Swarga naraka tiryag preta bihi shaka bihi avakshaka. Okay. Avakshaka. Let's look at avakshaka. Avakshaka, we saw it in the Bhagavad Gita also. Urdhvamulamava. Urdhvamulamavakshaka. Ashwattah prahurabhyayam. Ashwattam prahurabhyayam there. The avakshaka, branches. Its branches are all coming down, coming down. And here Shankara is saying, what is the meaning of these branches coming down? Okay. And he's saying, so that's where you have this arvanchaha. Arvanchaha shaka yasya saha. So arvancha means downwards. Adaha. Arvanch also means down only. Branches going downwards. Going downwards.
Jagamarji, in the PDF it is Avancha.
Okay. Okay, avanchaha. I've written here avancha. Correct. Avanchaha. So avanchaha is correct. Avanchaha means downward. Avanchaha is three lingam. Avanchaha, there are three lingas for it. We'll look at it later. But avanchaha means downward. Avanchaha shakha. Yes, yes, aha. So the tree whose branches are shooting downwards is called avakshaka. Avak is an apumsakam there. All right. And these branches They symbolize what? They symbolize the Swarga Naraka. The worlds like Swarga and Naraka, 7 up and 7 down. Swarga includes Bhuloka. Bhuloka can be put under Swarga, or some people might say Bhuloka is Naraka. So depending on that, either way, covered. Bhuloka is covered by Swarga Naraka. Swarga Naraka, Tiryak Preta Dibihi. Okay, it consists of Swarga Naraka. This branches represents that because it sustains livelihood, it sustains jivas, and then Tiryak, Tiryak means animals. Animals. Tiryak. Preta Bihi. Animals physically you can see the jivas. Pretas you can't see. Jivas that are not visible are called pretas. So that people say ghosts and spirits and all that. So preta bihi, we saw that in Bhagavad Gita just a class or two ago. Preta adi bihi. Adi is there. So he says fill up the blanks. If you think human beings are not included by tiryak, tiryak means animal on 4 legs. And preta, ghosts. Adi. Adi means human beings and human-like intelligent beings. Human means you have to bring in that intelligence. So, intelligent beings, they're all there. So, these worlds, Swarga and Naraka, populated by animals and um, spirits and human beings and other all kinds of jivas. Shakha, Bihi, that is the branches. Shakha, Bihi, Avak Shakha. The, the branches represents this. Okay. So whose branches are a tree whose branches are going downward, consisting of Swarga and Naraka, and populated by these beings. Okay? That is the meaning of Avakshakaha. Normally he will give the meaning after the Moolam, but this time he is giving the Shaka Bihi, the tree which is like that. Okay. Then Sanatanaha, look at the Moolam. Sanatanaha, the last word of the first line in Gita process, Sanatanaha. Okay, we've seen this word Sanatana before in Bhagavad Gita. We've seen it. Okay, I'm not able to get it now. So, Sanatana explaining Anaditvat Chiram Pravrittaha. Chiram Pravrittaha. Chiram. I think you made a change there. Anuswara must be there. Chiram. Perpetuating Pravrittaha. Perpetuating for a long time. Chiram. Chiram. Long time. Sanatanam. That's why our dharma is called Sanatana Dharma. Why? Because Sanatana Dharma is based on some fundamental truths, and truths can never be abolished, denied. Truths that are trikala, trikala, trikalatitaha. Truths that are true in the past, in the present, and in the future. That is why it is called Sanatana. Nothing else in Sanat is Sanatana. Even Dharma is not Sanatana. How do you know Dharma is not Sanatana? Why did I say that Dharma is not Sanatana? What is the Moolam? What is the Pramanam? Anyatra Dharma, Tanyatra Dharma. Nachiketa is asking, tell me that which is beyond Dharma and Adharma. That is a Pramanam for us, that Dharma is not Sanatana. Then how come we are called Sanatana Dharma? Okay, think about all these things. These are the things we have to think about. Then only we can be Vishwa Guru. Otherwise, simply going to movies and coming back and eating Rasagulla will not make us Vishwa Guru. All right, Sanatanam, Anaditvat, because it has no beginning. This tree has no beginning. Therefore, I'm going to call it Sanatanam. You can call it Sanatanam. And this Dharma, this Apaurusheya Vishaya, this Vedas have come from Anadikalat, and therefore Sanatana Dharma. Okay. All right. So, So next, let's read the next one. So he completes the explanation of the samsara vriksha, and then he started commenting on the words of the Moola Mantra, right? So Sanatana. Next. Yad asya. So after Lakshmi, who's Veera Narayani, LM. That's what it looks like.
Actually, asked Dr. Manjula, but she seems to have vanished. Mahesh ji, please.
Manjula is there. Manjula is there.
Oh, she changed her name.
Not done anything. It is just like that.
No, it was Dr. Manjula, so now it has become Manjula.
Where's Manjula Narayanji? I never say doctor.
So it was appearing.
Showing
Okay.
off.
Manjula ji. Yadasya
Yadasya
samsara vrikshasya
Sara Rukshasya
moolam
Moolam
tadeva shukram
Tadeva Shukram
shubhram shuddham
Shubhram Shuddham
ज्योतिष्मत्
Jyotishmat
चैतन्य आत्म ज्योतिस्वभावम्
Chaitanya Atma Jyoti Swabhavam
तदेव ब्रह्म
Tadeva Brahma
सर्वमहत्वात्.
Sarva Mahatvat.
Yeah. So he is now commenting on the next line. Tadeva shukram tad brahma. That he is commenting. So Tadeva shukram, he is saying. Moolam. Yama is saying Tadeva shukram. Tadeva. What is this tad? Shankaracharya is helping us. Yad asya samsara vriktasya moolam. That moolam. Now don't go for the tree. The moolam of the tree. The sustainer of the tree. The adhishthanam of the tree. The cause of the tree. That Brahma. He's saying that is that Brahma moolam is going to say later also. That Brahma. So here also he's saying Yad asya samsara vrikshasya moolam. Moolam. The cause. Cause means immediately two types of causes are there. Keep in mind always. Creator, pot needs a creator. There is a nimitta karanam. And then pot needs material also. So upadana karanam, both are required. But this mantra is talking about upadana karanam. The clay is talking about. That which pervades the entire tree of samsara. That only is talking. Not the nimitta karanam. Okay. So yet, because next mantra he will talk about nimitta. Okay, so that cause, which is the upadana karanam, Maya is the upadana karanam. If I say upadana karanam, Maya has to come because Brahman cannot create, really speaking, and so Maya is there. That Trigunatmika Maya has to come, and that disturbance has to be there. They say in science, Big Bang and all that. Everything was in equilibrium, and suddenly, so in the black hole, at high temperatures, then suddenly it started cooling down. They can't explain. That's a theory. They don't know why it's cooling down, but they said it's cools down, and then it produced all the entire universe got produced. Okay, that's their theory. We also have many theories like this, and this one. The Vaisheshikas, Nayayika also have theories. They say it was all in equilibrium. Three gunas were in equilibrium. Then that equilibrium got disturbed. Who disturbed the equilibrium? Just got disturbed like that. Ishvara disturbed the equilibrium. So Ishvara's job is to disturb the equilibrium. Like that, they have some theory. And therefore, the creation happened. Anyway, so who created the snake? Guruji, we were happily writing notes. You don't ask questions like this. You just Just keep talking, keep talking. Yeah, what to do? I'm not that kind of person. I want to see some response. Anyway, something to think about. Who created the snake? Suppose you say, I created the snake.
Ignorance.
I created the snake means what? Did you plan on creating the snake? Like you created sambar and idli and all? Is that how you created the snake?
Ajnana.
I know nothing about the
Ajnana.
snake. Huh?
Adhyaya.
Ajnanam created the snake. Okay? So see how Ajnanam, how powerful it is? Ajnanam is so powerful. That which I cannot create, Ajnanam is able to create. That is why Maya Shakti. Ajnanam is a Shakti. You should not put it down. Ajnanam we don't want, but we need Maya's help to get out of this Ajnanam. And so, anyway, Tadeva Shukram. Okay, Upadana Karanam I was mentioning. And that too, that is Vivarta Upadana Karanam versus Parinami Upadana Karanam. Brahma is Vivarta Upadana Karanam along with Maya, which is Parinami Upadana Karanam. You know all these things. And then together creates. That is how Advaita Vedanta looks at. And so Maya keeps changing. Whatever change you see is Maya. The manifestation of Maya. Brahma does not change. Cannot change. Just like what? You dreamt last night was a nightmare. Fortunately, nothing happened to you. Even though a lot of things happened to you, still you can wake up and say, I am the same old person. Same old person. And I am the person who went to sleep also, same person. And I am the person you see on the photograph on the wall. That young boy is me. That young girl is me. Really? That young girl is you? Yes, that young girl is me. How you can say that? With so much confidence you're saying that? Yeah, and I'm very sure. You can check with others. That young girl is me. Yeah. So like that Brahma doesn't change. There is unchanging me. I'm somehow sure that I have not changed all over. I've changed, but I also have not changed. All right. So Shukram, Shubram, Shuddham. Shukram is equal to Shubram. Then Shankaracharya has a doubt. No, he won't have a doubt. Shubram. Then he says, might as well say Shuddham. So these people, we don't know that they know so much Sanskrit, they don't know. So let me say Shuddham. So Shukram means Shuddham. The means what? Uncontaminated, pure. Brahma is pure. Means it is all there is. Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma. It has no parts. It's all pervasive. It's everything that is here. So it has to be Shuddham. Shukram, Shubhram. Suppose I ask you, are you pure or not pure? What will you say? So we have to say, as body, pure means what? It has many parts. That's the meaning of purity here. And so it has many things. You can't point to one thing. If one has something else, then it's not pure. If you say body is all flesh, then there is flesh and bones also. And then you break it down further, many chemicals, compounds, everything. Body is full of so many things. What about mind? Mind also is made of stuff and thought patterns. Thoughts are constantly changing, and so up and down, so many things are there. So mind also is not one homogeneous entity. Pure here means homogeneous entity. Nothing else other than Brahma. That's a way to look at it. The mind also is changing. Mind also has stuff. Movement is there. Movement means there is something coming and going is there. Therefore, that also is not Shuddham. But here, Yamadharmaraja says Shukram. That Moolam is Shukram. That Brahma is Shukram. Shuddham. Yeah. And so that means what? The order of reality is now different. All this is Vyavaharika Satyam. And Vyavaharika Satyam is full of change, full of parts, full of things, Vishayas. Mind also constantly changing. It's all Vyavaharika Satyam. But for somebody to say Brahma is Shuddham, your order of reality has to change. Order of reality has to change. What is the meaning of this order of reality? This is a pot. If I say pot has a date of birth and it is going to have a date of demise also, expiry also. Expiry date also is there. And even in between it is changing. Asti jayate vardate viparinamate. All that is happening to the pot. But guess what? The clay, in order to recognize clay, your vision has to change. How? Exactly like somebody says, touch wood. Touch wood. How many of you have heard of touch wood? Touch wood. Okay, some of you have not heard of touch wood. So I'll explain what this touch wood is. It's like exactly like when we talk good things about people, then they'll say drishti or drishti pattu. So let's not talk to all good things about a person. Oh, he's been writing the exams very well. Drishti pattu. Let him do, something like that. So that drishti. In the West, they say touch wood. Touch wood is doing very well. Touch wood. But touch wood. And then what do? They touch the table. That means what? So far it's been table, but suddenly he's saying that he's so sure this is good. This table is good. He says touch. Touch. So this vision is there. That vision. When the vision changes from table to wood, that is called Brahma Drishti. And so, and so, why I said all this, that order of reality. Order of reality. That wood is Satyam, clay is Satyam, pot is Mithya. Mithya is a different order of reality. It's Vyavaharika Satyam. Everything is Mithya. There is a Paramarthika Satyam. Okay. And that Paramarthika Satyam is Shukram, Shuddham. And it is Jyotishmat. Shankaracharya is explaining further what is the Shukram, etc. Jyotishmat. It is self-effulgent. Jyoti, effulgent. Jyotishmat. It has self-effulgence and therefore called Jyotishmat. Means what? Like the sun, it is self-luminary. It doesn't need anything else to illuminate itself. But then it is not physical light. Even the sun light will, after some billions of years, it will also evaporate and go away. Okay. Because some helium is burning and then hydrogen is burning there, helium is being produced constantly, it's burning. In our lifetime, it feels as though it doesn't change. But it is also a burning ball of fire. So this is not the physical fire, physical light. What is it? Chaitanya, Atma, Jyoti Swabhavam. So that is the Jyoti I'm talking about. Okay. Of the nature, Swabhavam, which is the light Jyoti of Atma. Atma. I didn't know Atma was so bright. Everybody was telling me I was not bright, I was an idiot, I was dull in school, this, that, and you look at all your friends, they're all so bright and all this. I'm not bright at all. No. Even you are bright. Even you are bright. Atma is bright, fortunately. Why? Can you tell me what do you mean by Atma is bright? Hey, Atma is the only entity that can objectify the entire world. Objectify the entire world. World is inert. The world doesn't know it exists. Only you know the world exists. Only you have objectified the world. Only you know how big the world is. Only you can say, I exist. Because Atma is pure existence and pure awareness. That awareness, look at that, Chaitanya Atma Jyoti Swabhava. Chaitanyam. That awareness comes from you only. Nobody else is a source of awareness. That Atma is Chaitanyam. Okay. Exactly again like this also. Chaitanyam, when you bring, you have to bring existence also. Exactly like you say, when pot exists, if you say, what exists? The clay is just laughing at the pot. Hey, I existed before you. You are just a recent bacha. I existed before you. And you are sitting on top of me. I am the one who's providing the existence to you. You have to have some respect for me at least. Okay? I've told you so many times, so many classes I've told you, and you're not listening at all. You keep saying, I exist, I exist. You should say, what should you say? Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I exist because of clay. Or my existence, I borrow the existence from clay. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. I'm borrowing the existence from clay. What has no independent existence? That is the meaning, existence. And in this case, Chaitanyam is said, same thing. Awareness comes from that Satyam, Paramarthika Satyam. And so if you convert the body, play this pot into body, same thing. Body also. Paramarthika Satyam is Atma Chaitanyam, which is awareness, which is pure existence, which is what exists. Everything else exists after the Atma. Na tatra suryo bhati na chandra tarakam. That's the meaning of that. Nema vidyuto bhanti kutoya magnihi. Don't be carried away by the brightness of all these lights. You are the only brightness in this universe. This you have to be able to stand up and say, I'm crystal clear about it. Like that, we have to say, Sadeva Brahma Sarva Mahatvat. Jumping from Atma to Brahma. Look at that. Atma Jyoti, he quietly Shankaracharya introduced before. Then knowing that Tadeva Brahma is coming. And so Tadeva Brahma. This Atma is not, don't think you're a small entity. Atma is not a small entity. Everybody's Atma is the same Atma. And Atma is there in between bodies also. Therefore, Tadeva Brahma. Tadeva Brahma. Sarva Mahatvat. Mahatvat. Shankara is saying Brahma, the word Brahma comes from the dhatu called Brihi. Brihi. In the sense of Vriddhau. Vriddhau means in the sense of growth. Growth. Whenever you want to express growth or bigness, you have to use the dhatu brihi. All that he's saying here by that word sarva mahatvat. Sarva mahatvat. So this is absolutely big. Everything else you know is only relative. Relative big. Oh, big city. Big animal. What big animal? Elephant is a big animal. What about compared to dinosaurs? Is elephant big? Oh, elephant is minuscule compared to dinosaurs. Okay. So big is all relative. Big is very relative. You have a big house. You have a big house. Then compare yourself to Ambani. Then you will know how big your house is. Okay. And so Tadeva Brahma Sarva Mahatvat. Sarva Mahat, absolutely large, absolutely big. Therefore, that Vastu is called Brahma. Tadeva Brahma. All right.
So Guruji, before we move on, so when we said snake and Adnyan, that is really Avarana Shakti of Maya, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that was it.
So two Shaktis. Maya means you have to talk about two Shaktis. Avarana
Vikshepa
Shakti.
and yeah.
Avarana Shakti prevents me from seeing the rope as a rope. Okay, pay attention. Avarana Shakti prevents me from seeing the rope as a rope. Something prevented me. It's amazing. This thought is very interesting. Why didn't I see the rope as a rope? There is some power. There is something out there. And that is what they caught at. They looked at it. So that is what is called Avarana Shakti. And then on top of that, I say there is a snake. So I have to have the ability to project a non-existent entity on an existent entity. Correct? That is called Vikshepa Shakti. So that is just to complete the discussion, we have to say both. All right, next read the next one. All right. Tadeva
Tadeva
amritam
Amritam
avinashasvabhavam.
Avinashasvabhavam
Huh?
Avinashasvabhavam
Yeah, the audio is not clear. Uchyate,
Uchyate
kathyate,
Kathyate
satyatvat,
Satyatvat
vacharambhanam vikarah,
Vacharambhanam Vikaraha
namadheyam,
Namadheyam
anritam,
Anritam
anyat,
Anyat
atah madhyam.
Ataha Matyar Ataha Matyam.
Right. All right. So next part of the moolam is what? The last half of the middle of this mantra, second line of the mantra is Tadeva Amritam Uchyate. That Shankaracharya has explained. Uchyate, Uchyate, Kathyate, Kathyate. That is what is popularly known as Kathyate, using that word. And so this Brahma is not ordinary. It's well known to people. It's coming down to us from ages, from Shiva, Sadashiva, Samarambham, onwards it's coming. And so Kathyate, it's not an ordinary thing. It's known as, it's called as, okay? That Brahma is already also known as what? Amritam. Amritam. Tadeva Amritam. Amritam means what? Avinasha Swabhavam. That which is of the nature of non-destruction, imperishable, that which is imperishable is called Amritam. Shankaracharya does not have to explain this, but he is writing Amritam. Even Parinami Upadana Karanam can get lost. Just changing Maya. Maya also theoretically can get resolved. Pralaya Samaye. Pralaya. Mahapralaya, Atyanta Pralaya. Maya can get resolved. But that's a theoretical. That will never happen. The only time Maya is resolved is by Jnanam. Once you have Jnanam, then Maya, you can only smile at Maya. Maya also will smile at you. But still, a jnani also, sometimes when the person sees, the jnani sees a rope, may mistake the rope to a snake. So that you can't say jnani will never have this kind of problem and all, you can't say. Because that's just Vyavaharika Satyam. Vyavaharika Satyam, anything is possible. That's just an example. But we'll never make a mistake about this samsara vrikshaha. So that moolam of that is Brahma, which is Amritam. Iti kathyate. Why is Brahma called this one Amritam? Satyatvat. Satyatvat. Because Brahma is the Satyam of the Jagat, like clay is the Satyam of the world of pots. And clay can never get destroyed. In this example at least. And so like that, Satyam means that. Trikala Baditam. Namaste astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trambakaya. Trambakaya. Now the third eye becomes very meaningful. Third eye, eye of knowledge. They used to say, eye of knowledge and all. This Shiva came and then burnt this, what is his name? Kamadeva, just burnt.
Manmata.
Manmatha, he just burnt. Oh, it's very, just very, very fantastic. And but now this third eye, Trambakam. So anyway, Trambakaya, Tripurantakaya, Trikalagni Kalaya, Kalagni Rudraya. So Kalagni, Trikalagni Kalaya. He is the one who puts an end to this all three periods of time. The only way to put an end to 3 periods of time is to understand that the 3 periods of time are all mithya. And I am the Satyam, Satyatvat. I am Satyam. Time is gone, but I will be there. Exactly like in deep sleep. Time doesn't exist in deep sleep. Time is gone. Time is only an idea. That shows time is an idea. This idea of future, I have to plan for the future. Future is there. Yeah, you have to plan for the future, all right. But future is not Satyam. Please keep that in mind. What about the past? So much time is spent studying the history. Now correcting the history. How much time is spent correcting the history? Let that be. It is Vyavaharika Satyam, not Paramarthika Satyam. Time itself is a concept. There is no such thing, real thing called time. You can prove. We are proving it every day when we go to sleep. Okay? And so, Satyatvat, he's saying, because it is Paramarthika Satyam Brahma, therefore Brahma will be Amritam. Amritam. And that Amritam, Brahma is Amritam, all right. Let it Brahma be Pravritam. What about me? I am the guy who's struggling. Atma Amritam. I am Amritam. I must be able to say that. All right. Then what about everything else? Look at the word. There is a word called Anyat towards the end of the sentence. Anyat. Ataha Matyam. Like that he said. So Anyat. What about all that Anyat? Everything other than Brahma. First of all, there is nothing other than Brahma. So this is what Swapna had a question yesterday. We seem to be going back and forth. Another back and forth is coming. Everything is Brahma, but then Anyat, Brahmanaha Anyat, other than Brahma he's talking. Other than Brahma. Is there anything other than clay? What is there? What is there or not? Some of you are doing like this, some of you
Yes, it is there.
are doing like this. So I have to interpret all these shaking heads. What is what? What are you saying? Yes, it is there. Some of you saying yes, it's there. Okay. Some of you are saying something like this. That means I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is there. Okay. So anyway, this is called going. This is the going back and forth, right? Going back and forth means what? Hey, what is there? Vyavaharika Satya Drishtya Gata Asti Eva. Paramarthika Drishtya Gata Nasti. Gata Mithya. It doesn't have an independent existence. How can you give existence to pot? Matstani sarva bhutani, nacha matstani bhutani. Matstani sarva bhutani. Hey, this pot exists in me, says the clay. Pot exists in me. Then suddenly Krishna realizes, oh my God, pot exists in me means exactly like, this, need to keep some small things here. Okay, like this pen exists in me. Oh, no. Nacha matstani bhutani. No. It's not like this. It's not like pen is sitting in me and then there is a rubber band here. Rubber band is in me. No. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. That is not the meaning of what exists in me. What exists in me means what does not have an independent existence at all. Mandukya will say what doesn't exist. So that's a stretch. It just stretches our understanding. Stretches our understanding. That is why here he's saying Anyat. Let's talk about Anyat. What about all this pot, etc.? They're all Vacharam Bhanam Vikaro Namadheyam. Namadheyam, it is in name only. Vikaraha, any form. Any form. This is a form. This is a form of clay. It's a form. And so, form is there. Pot means immediately a form comes to our mind. Pot is also a word. And what is that word? Chandogya Upanishad says, Vacharam Bhanam. That which is triggered by the vocal cords. It's vacha. It is simply a word that is uttered from the mouth. That is all it is. If at all pot can claim Existence, you can claim that you have a word called pot, P-O-T, and there is a form. Everything else belongs to clay. Clay can say, okay, you keep the name and you keep the form. Existence belongs to me. That is what it is. So this is a famous statement from Chandogya Upanishad, where the father is teaching the son. And the name of the father is
Uddalakan.
Uddalaka, and the son is
Shvetaketu.
Shvetaketu.
Shvetaketu. Uddalaka teaches Shvetaketu.
In my book, it also says whatever is parichinna is martya.
Okay, my book means Shankaracharya is saying it, or
My Kannada book.
okay, I mean, Bhaashyam, is it Shankara's words?
No, it is Swamiji, Palanasipura Swamiji.
Oh, right. Okay, right. That's fine. Yeah, Parichinna, that's correct. Anyway, Anyat Vacharam Banam Vikaro Namadheyam. The world is, whenever we say world, it's just names and forms. Because everything is Brahma, if you say, then what about all the different things I see? The different things I see is name and form only. The existence, the essence belongs to Brahma, the essence is Brahma, not even belongs to Brahma. Okay? And so, Anritam is mithya. Ritam is true. Anritam, not true. Not as true as you think it is. Or Anritam. Okay? Then Anyadartham, etc. It's coming from. Okay, there is also one more word here. Ataha Martyam. That also we read it. Ataha Martyam. So is therefore Anyad, the Anyad being everything else other than Brahma, which means every object you point in this world and all the beautiful things, including rainbow and all, you point to it. What about all that? All that is Vacharam Vanam Vikaro Namadheyam, and therefore Anritam Ataha Martyam. If Brahma is Amartyam, okay, Amritam, Anyat will become Martyam. Martyam means subject to end. Shadvikaravan. Asti jayate, vardate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati, vinashavan. Everything else is. That's what he's saying. All right. Continuing. Tasmin Paramartha Satye Brahmani Lokaha Gandharva Nagara Marichyudaka Maya Samaha Paramartha Darshana Abhava Avagamanaha Sritaha Ashritaha Sarve Samastaha Utpatti Sthiti Layeshu. Yeah. So Shankaracharya is commenting on the Tasmin. So last third of the mantra is being commented. Tasmin Lokaha Shritaha Sarve. That's what he's commenting. Tasmin. Now that Brahma has been described, has been unfolded. Urdhva Brahma, this Amritam Brahma, Shukram Brahma, all that was talked about. The Vivarta Upadana Karanam of this Samsara Vrikshaha is Brahma, has been unfolded. Tasmin. Tasmin means in that. In that means what? Shankaracharya is saying. In that means Paramartha Satye Brahmani. In that Brahma, which is the Paramarthika Satyam. Yeah, how important this Satyam is. Without if we don't understand Paramarthika Satyam, there is no Advaita Vedanta. Advaita Vedanta exists only when we understand what? We understand the dream world as what? Oh, that was a dream. Oh, that was a dream means what? You're just dismissing dream like that. You said you had a nightmare, but you're just saying, oh, it's a dream. You mean nightmare is not real? No, it's real, all right. Swakale Satyavad Bhati. It is real when the experience is happening. That time it is real. And you wake up and then you dismiss it just like that. Brush it aside. Brush it aside just like that. My God, you must have a lot of courage. And so that is Pratibhasika Satyam. Yeah, it was a nightmare, all right, but it is still irrelevant to my life right now. All the rains that poured in my dream have no bearing on the drought and the heat that I'm facing right now. That's useless rain. Okay. Yeah. Why? Because different order of reality. Pratibhasikam. And then Vyavaharikam is this order of reality that we experience on a day-to-day basis, minute by minute we experience. That is this one, Vyavaharika Satyam. Just like you could jump from the dream to Vyavaharika and say, oh my God, thank God it was a dream. Like that, Shastram is pushing us to jump from what? Vyavaharika Satyam to Paramarthika Satyam. That jump will be exactly when you say, oh my God, thank God it was a dream. That same thank God I must be able to see, I must be able to experience when I recognize Paramarthika Satyam. Okay, that's how it is. And so, Tasmin Paramartha Satye Brahmani, in that Brahma, okay, in that Brahma, which is absolute reality. Paramarthika Satyam is absolute reality, unchanging reality, which is existence. Okay, what about that Brahma? Sarve Ashrita. That is the main thing, right? What is the Moolam? What does it say? Lokaha Sarve Shritaha. Moolam. Yama says, Sarve Lokaha Shritaha. All the lokas, all the worlds exist in that Brahma. All the worlds are sustained in that Brahma. Okay. Exactly like all the clay objects, the entire world of clay objects exist. Shritaha kasmin prattikaya. In clay. All the world of furniture is just sustained by wood. Sustained by wood. And all the world of ornaments is sustained by just gold. Sarvam gold. Sarvam khalu idam kanchanam. Okay. So, sarve lokaha samastaha. Okay, samastaha comes towards the end. Okay, you can bring sarve and samastaha here now. Sarve samastaha lokaha. Put that together. The samastaha, the entire world, not parts of world, all worlds that are there in this universe Atyartaha. All the worlds, what about the worlds Vedas talks about? That world also you bring here. Because the worlds I know, so many things we don't know. That also you bring here. Sarve samastaha lokaha. Okay, now look at this. This is Shankara. Gandharva Nagara Marichudaka Maya Samaha. They're all like what? They're all like Gandharva Nagara. Gandharva Nagara. So it's the city that you see the sky. Gandharva Nagara. It's a very popular phrase. That you look at the clouds and say, wow, it looks like some form. You have a form, looks like an elephant or looks like this. So like a city. So all clouds, this, that activity going on. And so they call it as Gandharva Nagara, a city of clouds or cloud city, however you want to call it, or Marichi Udaka. Marichi means desert, hot sand is called Marichi, or desert is called Marichi. Marichi udakam. Udakam is water. So Marichi jalam. So it's like that water that you see exists. Water does exist. Otherwise, you can't see it. And you are all, not just me, everybody is seeing it. At least dream, only I see my dream. The snake also, rope snake, only I see the rope snake, nobody else sees it. But Marichi Udaka is a good example because everybody sees it. That's a reality between the dream and the Vyavaharikam. So Marichi Udakam. Okay. Maya Samaha. Maya Samaha. Like Maya. Here Maya is not that, it's not Trigonatmika Maya. Here Maya is magician, magic, literally magic. And so the magic of the magician is called Maya. Okay, Maya. Samaha. Samaha. These worlds are exactly like these Gandharva Nagara, Marichi Udaka, and the magician, magic of the magician. Yeah. Which what? What about these things? Paramartha, Darshana, Abhava, Avagamana. Which, when you come to know the truth of that mirage water, when you come to know the truth, the absolute truth, Paramartha Darshana, okay, when you come to know the truth of that mirage water or the magician's magic, what happens? Abhava avagamanaha. Then you come to know that, my God, that water really does not exist. Abhava means non-existence. Avagamanam means knowledge, understood. All of which are understood as non-existence in the wake of knowledge, in the wake of the absolute reality, the reality of whatever is happening. Okay. Including magic. Magic also. Magic sometimes it's real. Means what? Pigeon. I saw this video. Only when I saw the video, I said, my God, these guys are so good. And he produces a pigeon out of a kerchief. And he pulls a kerchief out of his. These guys always come with a black jacket, suit. Hey, think about that. They need all these things. And inside that, it's a bit loose also. I don't know if you noticed it. It's a bit loose. And you won't go to an interview with that kind of a jacket. Okay. And they have, because they have pigeons and all inside. Poor pigeon. And so that's all they do all that. But other things, you can say it's all non-existent. It's all vaporware. Okay. So like that, Paramartha Darshana Abhava Avagamana. What a word it is. Means what? I hope you've noted it down. All of which are understood as non-existent in the wake of knowledge. Okay, consequent to knowledge of what it actually is. Okay. And so, Tritaha, Ashritaha are based, are supported. These lokas are all based on that Brahma, supported by that Brahma. Exactly like the clay will say, this entire world of pots or world of clay objects is based on me only. Matstani sarva bhutani. That is what here is being said. Utpatti sthiti layeshu. Always, constantly. Utpatti, janma, creation, sustenance. All the way through laya. All the way through resolution. After many, don't say light years, because light year is a unit of distance. Time, after many, long, after a very long time. Many is not a good word. So after a very long time, Laya will come. During all that time, this Brahma continues to exist, and the changing worlds have been there before us, and many people have come and gone. Many people will come and go after us also, and the entire, all of that will be sustained, or continues to be sustained by Brahma. Tasmin Brahmani eva Shritaha. Okay? What time is it? Yeah, let's read the next one. Tadu. Tadu.
Tadu.
Tad Brahma.
Tad Brahma.
Na atyeti.
Na atyeti.
Na ativartate.
Na ativartate.
Mridadim iva.
Mrudadim iva.
Ghatadi karyam.
Ghatadi karyam.
Kaschana kaschid api.
Kaschana kaschid api.
Vikaraha.
Vikaraha.
Etad vaitat.
Etad vaitat.
Yeah, the last portion of the mantra. Tadunatyeti kaschana is being explained here. Tadu, tad. So now we know tad refers to Brahma. So Shankara is saying here, tad Brahma. Who is a particle? Who is a particle which has several meanings based on context. Tadu, indeed, indeed, something like that we have to say here. Tadu, tad Brahma, na atyeti, na atyeti. Atyeti is the verb. Kaschana na atyeti. That is how it is. The subject is kaschana. Kaschana tad brahma na atyeti. So that's tad brahma is all accusative. Okay, Dvitiya Vibhakti. Na atyeti. Let's look at the verb first. Shankaracharya is saying na ativartate. Ativartate. Literal meaning of ativartanam is violating, transcending, exceeding, like that, those kinds of meanings. Okay. Nothing, kaschana, nothing can violate Brahma. Nothing can cross over Brahma. Nothing can exceed Brahma. Means what? Hey, nothing can exist without Brahma. That is the meaning of na atyeti here. There is no question of existence. The only thing that exists is Brahma. We've already looked at it. Existence of pot is really borrowed existence. Pot, just for time being, pot is saying, I exist, I exist. Okay, you can keep saying I exist. And then, but really that existence belongs to clay. Okay, so therefore, na atyeti, pot cannot, suddenly one day pot cannot say I exist without clay. It can't say that. That is the meaning of this. Na atyeti. And okay, example here. Pridadim iva ghatadi karyam. Okay, that's the example. Example is exactly what I just said. Pridadim iva. Exactly like ghatadi karyam. All these products, all these objects called ghata, pot, etc., or books and whatnot. Pot is a good example. How the pot, mridadim, pot cannot exist without clay. That's the example. Is just like the pot, etc., cannot exist without clay, etc. Okay, and exactly like that, kaschana. Kaschana means what? Kaschidapi vikaraha. Vikaraha. Vikaraha means change. Vikaraha also means product. Karyam. Vidadi karyam, he said. Sorry, Ghatadi karyam, he said earlier. Kaschana vikaraha. So nothing, no object, vikaraha means object also. No object can transcend Brahma. Transcend is not a good word. No object can exist without Brahma. No object has an independent existence. An existence independent of Brahma. That's the best way to understand the word atyeti. All this transcending, violating, all these things, you just give up. Okay? And then that is the meaning of this sentence. Etad vaitat. This, hey Nachiketa, this is what you asked me for. Like that. Nachiketa may not have known exactly what he's asking for. Because the anyatra dharmat, anyatra adharmat only he had said. But Yama makes it clear. Unlike Varuni, Bhrigu said, Ajihi Bhagavo Brahmeti. He directly said, teach me about Brahma. Still he doesn't know what Brahma is truly at that time. But here, what you ask. So what did Nachiketa ask? Abhyasa, what are you guys doing in Abhyasa class? Mira, what is this? You say, Guruji, Abhyasa classes are going great. येयं प्रेते विचिकित्सा मनुष्ये अस्तीत्येके नायमस्तीति चैके ये तद्विद्याम् अनुशिष्टस्त्वयाहम् वराणाम् एष वरस्तृतीयः. And then अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र धर्मात् अन्यत्र अन्यत्रास्मात् कृतात् अन्यत्र भूताच्च भव्यच्च यत् पश्यसि तद्वद.
I think that was the question, the last part, no?
That was the
What
question.
you see, tell me.
That was the question. The question was there in the previous one also. Etad vidyam anushishtastvayaham. Hey, this knowledge I want to hear from you. I want to be taught by you. Means what? This doubt, you have to clarify this doubt. Vichikitsa is doubt. So question is there in both mantras. Take a look at it later. Okay? All right, let's do the Anvaya. Yeshaha sanatanaha ashwathaha. So we are reordering some words here. Yeshaha sanatanaha ashwathaha. ऊर्ध्वमूलः अवाक्शाकः एषः सनातनः अश्वत्थः ऊर्ध्वमूलः अवाक्शाकः भवति. Full stop. तद् मूलम् तद् मूलम् only. Bhashyakara's word. तद् मूलम् शुक्रम् शुद्धम् एव भवति. तद् मूलम् शुक्रम् शुद्धम् एव भवति. You can add more words if you want. तदेव ब्रह्म भवति. Or tadeva brahma also is enough. Tadeva brahma bhavati. Full stop. Tadeva amritam uchyate. Full stop. Okay. Tadeva amritam uchyate. Next. Sarve lokaha tasmin shritaha bhavanti. Sarve lokaha tasmin shritaha bhavanti. Full stop. Kaschana vikaraha. Vikaraha supplied. And I forgot to tell you the words that are supplied. I'll tell you later. Kaschana vikaraha. Vikaraha supplied. Tad Brahma. Brahma supplied. Kaschana vikaraha. Tad Brahma. Na u atyeti. Na u atyeti. Na u atyeti. Kaschana vikaraha. Tad Brahma. Na u atyeti. Vikaraha Brahma supplied. Etad vaitat. Etad vaitat bhavati. If you want, you can supply. Etad vaitat bhavati. Yeshaha sanatana. Can I repeat now? Yeah. Yeshaha sanatanaha ashvattaha urdhvamulaha avakshakaha bhavati supplied. Full stop. Tad moolam supplied. Shukram shuddham supplied. Eva bhavati supplied. Tad eva supplied. Brahma bhavati supplied. Full stop. Tadeva amritam uchyate. Sarve lokaha tasmin shritaha bhavanti supplied. Kaschana vikaraha tad brahma na u atyeti. Etad vaitat. Okay, got it? Good. We continue in the next class. Yeah, we can chant the next mantra actually. There's something. Yadidam kincha
यदिदं किञ्च
jagat sarvam
तत्सर्वं
prana ejati nisritam
प्राणेजति निःसृतं
mahadbhayam vajramudyatam
महद्भयं वज्रमुद्रितं
ya etad viduhu
य एतत् विदुः
amritaste bhavanti.
तास्ते भवन्ति
Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Om Kale Varshatu Parjanyaha Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitaha Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha. So that was a prayer for water, for cities and states suffering from shortage of water. Let there be rains, appropriate amount of rain quickly. That's what we say. Om Purnamadah Midam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.